See how leafy it is, right? It's really pretty. It's got some gorgeous houses up on hills. It's just a really beautiful fall day. And it has these tributary streets, which I'm going to show you one of them, and walking paths that kind of split off from the main street and then become smaller and go back to the main street, which is key in the neighborhood, and key to the plot of Not My Boy, where I wanted things to be hidden and people to walk in a walking neighborhood and in a really beautiful neighborhood, and a really tree-filled neighborhood. And like many neighborhoods in Philadelphia, this neighborhood was carved up from an old estate, and part of it still overlooks a beautiful estate, which I will show you when I get to the end of the street. And that also was part of the vibe of Not My Boy, which is why I chose to stalk this street a little bit as I was writing. Now, as it turns out, my daughter knows someone on this street, and I had dropped her off for play dates, and it had kind of stuck in my mind. Usually those driving things are in the evening, right? But one day I dropped her off like in the daylight, and I was like struck by the beauty and the character of this street, as well as some other streets that I was familiar with around the Marion Cricket Club. And I kind of morphed together those two neighborhoods, which are all these different lanes that wind back and forth to a main road. And again, overlooking, here's one up on a hill. The neighborhood is very hilly in the book. I love that house right there, if you can see that. And then this main road goes up and over to the estate, which is again a very Philadelphia thing, and kind of sad to consider that these grand parcels of land have been cut up and sold off to developments. But you know, that's the way it goes, progress and all, right? People got to live somewhere. People need housing. But one of the great things about living in the Philadelphia area is that there are all kinds of interesting real estate pockets and different types of people, you know, who live here. And we just passed some of them. I don't know if they showed up in the video. They waved to me like, hey, so cute. Anyway, it kind of gives you an opportunity as a writer to like engage in this real estate porn. You know, you get to look at all these houses and imagine who lives inside of them. Sometimes you meet the people in these houses and you're like, oh, that's who lives inside of them. Sometimes you like them, sometimes you hate them. All the people walking this morning. Anyway, so here we are at part of the road that abuts the estate. And as you can see, split rail fence, crops are kind of smushed right now. Not the best time to see that property, but really gorgeous. And again, super typical of parts of the Philadelphia suburbs to have this country feel and this large land parcel abutting much smaller parcels, affording views and a little bit of history for what it's worth, and a really good day to take a drive. So thanks for coming along with me, and I hope it helps you visualize some of the parts of Not My Boy. See you later.